Welcome to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show, where you get advice you can trust, from the latest real estate trends to the best mortgage rates, from curb appeal to home warranty. This is the show that will help you save and make the most money when it comes to buying or selling your most valuable asset. Now, here's your host, broker and founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty of Florida, Rick Kendrick.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show. I'm Rick Kendrick, and today, Carrie and I are going to be going through 10 critical questions to ask before you hire that real estate agent in 2024. Sellers, this is your first step into the game, okay? And if you think you want to hire your friend, or if you think you want to hire your next door neighbor, I would think twice about it. They got to qualify. Just like everything else. Remember, you're hiring them. They're gaining employment here. So anyway, we're going to be going over that today. I'm looking forward to it. It's a great, beautiful day today. Hey, Carrie, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the year. We went through our first week here, got things rolling, got very busy already. So there's 10 key items that we want to cover here today. We're going to be very busy. Hope that we can cover them all. But before we do that, let's kind of go over the market numbers and see what they look like today.
Yeah, so Rick, you had mentioned that you wanted to kind of, evaluate what was going on with the number of homes that are on the market currently. And I think, before I kind of touch on those numbers, just like to mention the fact that, home sales were down last year. Okay. And when I say down, I mean the number of homes that were selling. The prices weren't down, but the number of homes that were selling were down.
That's very interesting, right? I mean, prices are continuing to inch up there. So sellers, you have a very important investment here. This is the reason why we're going to be going over these questions today. But go ahead, Carrie.
Yeah, so because the home sales in the third and fourth quarter were at such a low level, okay, and it primarily occurred as a result of the extreme rise in interest rates that we felt over the summer. Once the rates started going up, the home sales kind of dropped off. So right now, we actually finished the year with the highest number of homes that are actually on the market. So at the end of December, there were between 10 and 11,000 homes on the market in Palm Beach County.
Yeah. I mean, when you talk about inventory, how many months of inventory is that?
So right now we're hovering around 5 months of inventory. Yeah. All right. But we did have some good news as far as, are the buyers going to start coming back into the market in 2024?
Yep, we sure did. So what's the good news? Tell them.
Yeah, so the applications for loans are up.
Yeah. In fact, what we heard is that that's the highest it's been in 5 years.
Yeah, so buyer applications, the number of applications that are being submitted by home buyers who, are now going to start coming into the market is up 5.1%.
Gives you an indication that buyers are coming back into the game because interest rates are starting to nudge down a little bit, broadening that opportunity for buyers to get out there. And on top of that, inventories are up. So this is kind of a blessed thing that we have going on here.
For the buyers, for sure, because it gives them a little bit more selection. And then, of course, the home sellers who have been trying to sell their homes have been able to give them a little bit more flexibility in terms of, offering concessions and money towards not only down payment assistance, but in some cases, money to buy down interest rates.
Yeah. What about the days on the market? What's that look like?
So the days on the market, that naturally fluctuates, right, depending upon the market conditions and so on. But we've actually almost remained steady throughout 2023. So we started off 2023 around 50 days on the market, and we've actually ended up 2023 at around 50 days on the market.
That's great. That's good.
Yep.
It's good to hear they have some consistency there.
Yeah.
The thing that we're going to be talking about here in our next segment also is how to price your home. And one of the key things that we want to do is when you're interviewing an agent, how are they going to do that, right? So we want to make sure, because the price to list ratio is an important thing too, right?
Yeah, so we finished the year at 93.1% of asking. So if you were selling a $500,000 home, that means that you would be willing to accept $465,000. So that's a $34,000 discount from what you were asking. So we'll be getting into this a little bit in the next segment, but that is the importance of, hiring the right real estate agent, because that is one thing that you're going to want to take notice of when you're hiring them is if somebody has better stats than the average agent, that's going to mean a big impact in your pocket as far as what you're going to end up having after all closing costs.
Yeah, I mean, these 10 questions that are going to be critical in asking an agent is going to be key to sellers getting the highest price at the best value for them and making it as smoothly as possible. And I think this next segment, when we go over it, it's going to be really key. And sellers, pay attention to what we're saying here. Hey, listen, we just love the opportunity to be on the radio here today. We're out there every single day meeting people, home sellers and buyers, but we do love talking to them about real estate. If you know anybody considering to make a move, we would love the opportunity to interview for that job. Give us a call at 561-901-3333. That's 561-901-3333 or rickhasthebuyers.com. After the break, Carrie and I will get into this topic and we'll be right back.
To schedule an appointment with Rick Kendrick to help you buy or sell your home, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Rick will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on News Talk 850 WFTL.
You're thinking about selling your house? You're wondering if the market has changed? Talk to my dear friend Rick Kendrick from Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty of Florida. He tells me people are constantly moving to South Florida. If you need a real estate agent, I would highly recommend you talk to Rick because he is so confident in his marketing system to attract the right buyer for your home that he guarantees to sell your home at a price and a timeline that you agree to, or he's going to buy it for cash. And if you look at it, it's just one story after another of Rick's lifetime customers coming back to him. Over the last decade, Enrique and Kat have hired Rick 4 separate times. Most recently, they had a relocation to the west coast of Florida due to a job opportunity. Enrique and Kat called Rick to sell their Wellington home. And after just 3 days on the market, they received a full price cash offer on their home with no appraisal contingency. Plus, Rick was able to negotiate a closing date that met their time frame. If you need to sell your home, call my friend Rick Kendrick, 561-901-3333. Or visit rickhasthebuyers.com.
Hi, I'm Eric Rosemary, branch manager at Cross Country Mortgage in Boca Raton. If you're deciding which lender to trust, whether you're purchasing or refinancing, I would love the opportunity to work with you. Over my 20-year career, I've helped close to 10,000 families buy or refinance the place they call home. Despite what you're hearing about interest rates, you might be surprised at what we can do for you. Let's talk. Call or text me at 954-312-3104 or visit rosemarymortgageteam.com.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home and would like to schedule an appointment with Rick, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, Rick Kendrick.
Hey, welcome back to our segment here. We're going to be talking about questions asked agents. Hey, listen, Carrie, even before we get into that, okay, here's what I'd like to say. Sellers, you start evaluating that agent when they drive up. Number one, okay? Number one, you want to see if they're on time. That tells you a lot if they're on time. Number two, if they're familiar with the area, they're looking at the area and they know they're very confident about what they're looking at. They're looking at your house as they're walking in the door. I'm telling you, they got to evaluate the situation. If they're not doing that, they're not really experienced agents. And most importantly, when they meet you at that door, are they meet with a smile? And are they saying, hey, are you ready to get your house sold? Right, Carrie?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all real estate agents definitely are not the same. So who you decide to pick is going to, really make a big impact on how much it is you're going to be able to sell your house for. They could end up, costing you thousands of dollars, or they could end up making you thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I just ask them point blank. Why should I pick you to list my house, right?
Yeah, so they need to have differentiators, right, from the average real estate agent on the market. And so whenever they're talking to you, they need to be able to tell you about their unique marketing plan, right? And what sort of programs are they offering to make sure that your home is standing out above all the other homes on the market.
Right. So just a little insert here for us, okay, is that we offer 9 consumer benefits to our sellers, okay? If they're not sitting down with you, kind of go over the plan, okay, and all they're doing is putting their feet on the table there and saying, list with me, and it's all about me. That's not what you need to be looking at, because we're selling your home, your most important investment in your life, okay? So the 3 basic questions that we think we should be asking, or anybody should be asking right off the bat, is, why are you selling, right? Don't you think real estate should be asking that question right off the bat?
Oh, for sure. I mean, when they walk into your home and they initiate the conversation with you, you want them to start off with what's most important to you, right?
Yeah. And then I would say probably the next one I would say is the aspect of what needs to happen to get the top dollar for their property, right?
Yeah, I mean, what needs to occur for them to reach their goals? Home seller might have a variety of goals. It could be they're interested in downsizing. Maybe they're selling and moving out of the area. They need to be closer to family. Maybe they're most concerned with, having the home sold quickly, like they do not want to have an extended period of time on the market because they don't want to deal with the hassle of making the home show ready, having to leave the home during showings and whatnot. So it's important that the real estate agent that you decide to work with really starts the relationship off, understanding what's important to you.
Because if they understand where you're at, then everything would be successful as far as going through pricing the property, marketing the property, because it meets your needs. And that, sometimes, I'm going to tell you, it may take 1 or 2, 3 interviews before you find that right agent. If you're not going to find that right agent, I'm telling you, you can be on the market for 120, 150 days. This past month in December, I had 2 people come to me and say, "Hey, Rick, there's not any activity on my property. What's going on here?" Right? And I had to go to them and talk to them about what we do as compared to other agents. Not that I'm downgrading other agents. Maybe they did not pick up what the seller was looking for. All right? Seller may be looking at, listen, I just want to sell the house and move on. I'm downsizing. I'm looking for something first before I buy. And that's key too, that they can sell the place, right? But also they can find you that perfect location, right? Yeah,
I mean, I would say that, a lot of sellers aren't necessarily so concerned with selling their home as they are about where they're going to go. So if you're really not interested in putting your house on the market at this point in time, you want to wait until you actually find the perfect home first. That's something that you need to definitely talk with the agent about, because if they're not experienced in navigating that scenario, you could find yourself moving twice, and that can become very inconvenient and very costly.
Yeah. Well, so Carrie, let's move on because we got a lot to cover here. Do you think the company's track record and reputation has something to do with them being able to sell?
I think the individual agent that you're meeting with is the most important, because in all likelihood, they are the ones that are in charge of their own marketing budget. And so marketing and advertising your home is going to lie solely on their shoulders, and the brokerage doesn't necessarily have anything to do with that. So you do want to ensure that the agent that you're choosing to work with is doing enough, is selling enough homes, and is bringing in enough revenue in order to have a marketing budget that is going to allow them to actually market your home effectively.
Yeah, it's not a bold question to ask them, but do you do this full-time or part-time? Now, I just say to you, sellers, there's 40,000 agents out there, okay? But I'm going to tell you, only 95% of them really do the job. An average agent will sell 2 to 7 homes a year. That's not a lot of experience. So you're taking your most important investment. You want to make sure somebody's done 40 or 50 or even more homes a year. Is that right, Carrie?
Yeah, I mean, I think the average real estate agent only spends, several $100s a month on marketing. Whereas if you are, considering hiring a team or somebody who, sells a lot of homes over the course of a year, they're going to have a budget in the hundreds of thousands, and that's going to enable them to really be able to market your home effectively and get the word out and get as many buyers as they can through your home, and also pivot, right? So if the initial marketing plan that they come out with is not generating enough traffic to get folks into your home, they have the resources to then pivot and then expand on the marketing program and get those buyers in.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that. As an agent, if they work by themselves, okay, and they're juggling all the balls, the marketing, the listing, the showing, the open houses, as opposed to a team. And like, we work with a team. We have close to 15 people working on that listing at an ongoing basis. So it's very important that you have a team to help you out, because it's a big, big thing to get your house sold for the highest price with the least amount of hassle. So, Carrie, what do you think about? What's the next question you think you ought to be throwing at a real estate agent when you're sitting down and talking to them?
Well, I think maybe addressing their statistics. So asking them, can you tell me, how many buyers do you have in your database currently? do you sell homes for more than the average real estate agent? Are you selling homes faster than what the average real estate agent is on the market? What is your success rate, right? So if I list my home with you, what is the likelihood that it's actually going to end up selling?
Yeah, I think all those are very important questions. You're not crossing the line here by asking questions, okay? Because it is something that's pretty important to you at the timetable that you want it to happen with. For example, when you were talking about, say, getting the time done, right? So our average days on the market are between 30 and 40 days, okay? Mm-hmm. How many houses we sell a year? We've sold over 400 or 500 homes. Our experience, we have about 15 to 20 years experience, okay? So not to say what we're doing, but I'm just saying to you, these are all incorporated. I'm not saying an agent that's fresh in the market is not good, but I just say to you, you got to make sure they have the knowledge and the wherewithal to make this happen for you.
Yeah, so just as an example, in the first segment, I had mentioned what the average list price to sale price ratio was, and that was, 93%. So if you're dealing with a real estate agent whose track record reveals that they sell homes in that 98 to 100% of asking price, that's 5 to 7% difference. So in a $500,000 house, that means that they're going to net you at least $25,000 more in their pocket than the average real estate agent. So you need to keep that into perspective as well, because you may be considering, for instance, like a discount broker. It may sound good that they're going to be charging you less, but if they have a 90% list to sale price ratio, you're going backwards. So that's why you need to focus on your net. A good real estate agent, you need to ensure that they can walk you through the numbers and they can speak as to, all the costs are going to be involved, because in the end, ultimately what you're most concerned about is your net.
Yeah. I believe that when they sit down with you, not only do they talk about that bottom line number, okay, what they're going to get when you go to the closing table, but the cost involved in what they're spending to get that done. The average agent spends about $2,500 a year on everything that they do. We're spending quite a bit of money, okay, because we feel like it's not only expressing our consumer benefits out there, but our guarantees that are behind it, okay? We offer programs to sellers to guarantee them to sell their place, either multiple cash offers, or we'll actually guarantee if we don't sell that place, we'll buy it for cash. All these items are pretty important, but the key items is we sit down with you in a matter of 30 to 40 minutes. We go over a presentation and show you the 16 key items that we go through to get your place sold for the highest price with the least amount of hassle. Right, Carrie?
Yeah, for sure. And I think finally, as Rick just mentioned, obviously if they have any guarantees in place, it's important to know that. Performance guarantees, like you want somebody to be able to basically perform and do what it is that they say that they're going to. And then, of course, past clients, referrals, references, and that sort of thing can make a big impact. I did just want to say real quick, if you are considering, using like a friend or a family member to sell your home, always, again, as Rick mentioned earlier, it is a business transaction. So sometimes they can perhaps lack the objectivity that you're going to need to sell the home effectively, feelings there, emotions there that might get in the way of it, and you don't want to strain that relationship. Yeah.
Some final words here, okay? Real quick. Check their references. Google them. See where they're at. You get all your information on Google. How many buyers have available to them? Okay, we have 21,000 people in our database right now ready to do something. Okay, so it is a situation where if they do not have this ability to do that, they can't give you an effective way to sell the place for the most amount of money. Okay, folks, after the break, let's talk about our featured listing of the week, our buyers in waiting program, and talk a little bit about Your Home Sold Guarantee Goes Their Big Mission. This is Rick Kendrick, and we'll be right back.
To schedule an appointment with Rick Kendrick to help you buy or sell your home, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Rick will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on News Talk 850 WFTL.
So you're thinking about selling your home? This is why I tell you need to talk to my friend, Rick Kendrick, from Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty of Florida. Now, not only can he get you cash offers, but he can get you 3 cash offers.
So, Jennifer, what we were doing before was offering a traditional offer. We were putting it on the market. It would stay on the market for 30 to 60 days. Now we can offer you an immediate cash offer. In fact, we can offer you at least 3 cash offers today in 3 weeks. We want to give certainty to every seller out there. If they're serious about selling, we can get you out of that house in 3 to 4 weeks. We can do a traditional route, or we can get you cash. You throw us the keys and you're out the door. Or if you need to stay in that house, we'll give you cash in 3 weeks and you can stay there and lease it back from us. Or the ultimate is you do a cash offer and then we put it back up on the market to see if you can get more money for it. We're looking for certainty, convenience, and an opportunity to make the most amount of money for your house.
561-901-3333 or visit rickhasthebuyers.com.
Hi, I'm Eric Rosemary, branch manager at Cross Country Mortgage in Boca Raton. If you're deciding which lender to trust, whether you're purchasing or refinancing, I would love the opportunity to work with you. Over my 20-year career, I've helped close to 10,000 families buy or refinance the place they call home. Despite what you're hearing about interest rates, you might be surprised at what we can do for you. Let's talk. Call or text me at 954-312-3104 or visit rosemarymortgageteam.com.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home and would like to schedule an appointment with Rick, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, Rick Kendrick.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is our final segment. We'll be highlighting our listing of the week. But before I do that, just to let you know, buyers and sellers, we have all this information free to you. If you're thinking about selling or you're thinking about buying and you have questions about maybe home inspections, any legal ramifications or anything like that, or cost involved in buying or selling, we have free brochures available to you. All you got to do is text me at 561-901-3333 or rickhasthebuyers.com and I'll shoot those to you. They'll even give you information about the financing involved to you. So anyway, listen, our listing of the week is a 3-bedroom. It's located in DeQuesta, 3-bedroom, 3-bath condo. All right, on the water, close to 2,400 square feet, under air, $560,000. This one is nestled into the very nice community of Turtle Creek. You want to take a look at this, just give me a call and I'll be happy to show you that. Carrie, tell us a little bit about those, Go So Big mission.
Yeah, so Rick and I donate a portion of our income to various charities around our area. There are some great ones that we like to contribute and to support throughout the year. Big Dog Ranch, Law Enforcement Assistance Foundation, Little Smiles. But if you do use us or one of our team members to sell or buy a home, we will make a donation to a charity on your behalf. So if one of the ones that we normally support, maybe you have one that's near and dear to your heart, we would be more than thrilled to be able to make a donation on your behalf.
Great. Hey, listen, just to let you know, we have over 21,000 buyers in our database right now. If you're out there and considering to sell and would want to consider us coming by and take a look at it, we'd be happy to do that, no charge. We'd actually come out there, take a look at it, give you some tips of what to do and what to do to save you some money, but more importantly, sit down with you and kind of go over all the closing costs and show you exactly what you're going to end up with at the closing table. Give us a call at 561-901-3333. That's 561-901-3333 or rickhasthebuyers.com. Hey, agents out there thinking about maybe making a move here? We have a great opportunity. We have systems and training available for you out there. I can absolutely say it's probably the best on the market. Wouldn't you agree, Carrie?
Absolutely. So Your Home Sold Guarantee Realty is actually co-founded by Craig Proctor, who is one of the top coaches throughout North America, actually, not only United States, but in Canada. And so they've created this amazing company, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And so we are looking for full-time real estate agents to join our team. And it's unique in that they have an actual ladder of success. So depending upon where you're at in your business, there's basically a fit for you, no matter what it is that your goals are.
Every week, every Thursday morning at 10 a.m., we have an orientation in our office you're welcome to come to that and just kind of find out about us. But here's the key, okay? If you want to make this a full-time business for you, okay, and be successful at it, you need to learn how to do it right. Not only that, you need systems in place. We'll provide you not only that, okay, but we'll provide you leads and appointments to help you out in reaching your goals in life in the field of real estate. So if you're thinking about doing something, I want you to give us a call at 561-901-3333 and set up a time when we can sit down with you and kind of go over your plans and what you're thinking about doing and see if we meet up on the same level there. Again, agents, every Thursday at 10 a.m., I have an orientation. Lasts about 45 minutes. It'll give you the big picture of what we're doing and what our goals are in Palm Beach County as far as real estate is concerned. Love to have you. Love to sit down with you and talk to you. Wouldn't you agree, Carrie?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, depending upon where you're at in your business, I think that having a plan and a system and access to coaching can be really impactful to take you to that next level. So whether or not you're selling a couple of homes a year and you think, wow, I really love being in real estate. I love being out there and helping, sellers and home buyers, and I can't figure out how to get to that next level. Maybe it's you need leads or you need appointments. Or perhaps you're selling, 15, 20, 25 homes a year and you're, burning the candle at both ends. You're working 80 hours a week and you need guidance as to, okay, how do I set up my systems and how do I create my own little team to give me that freedom back and also to ensure that you're able to deliver excellent service to your customers. Second mile service is one of our core values.
Hey, so listen, folks, thank you for taking time to listen to us today. This is Rick Kendrick with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, serving the southeast coast of Florida. Network extends across the country and Canada. You can call me or text me at 561-901-3333. Hey, Carrie, thanks for coming on again. We'll continue on with this program. I'm really excited about 2024. I think things are starting to look good as far as the residential market, but prices continue to inch up, and I think people should take advantage of the situation right now. So, listen, we're looking forward to seeing you next week. Tune in every Sunday at 10 a.m. at 850 WFTL News Talk Radio.
You've been listening to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Radio Show with broker-owner Rick Kendrick. Heard every Sunday morning here on News Talk 850 WFTL. Rick's company name is his promise, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. To speak directly to Rick about buying or selling your home, call now to schedule an appointment, 561-901-3333. Or visit rickhasthebuyers.com. And mark your calendar to join Rick again next week at this same time for the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Radio Show here on News Talk 850 WFTL.